everybody, we're back again, taking a few days off from the camera. Not from working, but just a few days off from the camera because I honestly couldn't show a video of 6 hours of grinding and cutting metal. Now, if any of you have ever done, if you're like me and you're just a novice fabricator and you're kind of learning as you go, most of us start off with a 4-inch angle grinder, and if you've ever tried to cut hardenable tool steel with a 4-inch angle grinder, it's no fun and it takes forever. Probably this piece right here. This is a piece of 1080 steel, 5/8 inch thick. I've got an hour into cutting this to shape. This is a blank for one of the dies that we're using, or that we're going to be using. Put it back in there. And of course, my angle grinder work leaves a lot to be desired. I probably shouldn't even be allowed to use one, but I can never get a nice square straight down cut, but I'm getting better at it. I always seem to get the angle of it, the tilt off. But anyway, what we have left to do, I've got to cut 2 more pieces of 1080 steel, 2 inches a piece, get them in the side here. We're going to have to bevel the edges on that 1080, should bevel them on the mild, but the mild penetrates deep enough, it's not a big deal. The 1080 steel does not like to weld, so it's going to be fun. We'll see how it goes. The other thing I'm going to have is just the warping and moving and things like that, but I've got the one plate tacked right now, kind of to hold it in place, and I've got my little welding magnets on the other side, so we'll see what happens. So stay tuned, hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you on the other side. Alright, well here it is. Now we've got all the grinding and all that crap done. There's going to be some finished grinding afterwards, a whole lot of it actually. But anyway, so this is a guillotine tool, but I did not cut this die blank in half yet. So basically, you want to make sure it slides in there. You don't want a ton of slop, but it needs to be able to get in and out of there easily. So we have that part. Now what I did to get that, you see some people wrap these in paper, these middle pieces. But what I did was, this 1080 steel I have, there's a good layer of paint on it. They were DOT plow scrapers. They're the cutting edges. So I cleaned the paint and the mill scale off really well on that guy. And that made it just right if I left the paint on the sides of these, because it's not like I'm going to be welding inside of there. So let's see what we get. I'm a little rusty on my welding. It's been a long time, so that's my excuse for why it's going to look like bubble gum and pigeon shit. So anyway, let's see if I can get a filter on this camera so we can actually catch some of the welding. We're going to use a 7018 AC to tack everything together, and then we're going to use some 7024 to finish it off, as long as that rod's still good, that is. Alright, so I still have quite a bit of welding left to do on this. There's going to be a lot of grinding, and boy is that hot. But, so anyway, that's what we have so far. So, 1/2 inch plate steel down to the bottom, 1/2 inch on the outsides, and then 5/8 1080 steel in the middle. And like I said, now this is hot right now, so this is kind of wedged in there a little bit. But once everything cools down, I should be able to slide that right out. But anyway, we'll bring you guys back when I've got it pretty well ground out, and we'll put the piece on for the hardy hole and all that. And so anyway, stay tuned, guys. I will see you on the next one.